If you are watching this video, you are looking at the exclusive hostel in Greenville, South Carolina, Modal. Modal is going to change the way you visit, stay, and enjoy our great city. Hey, this is Charlene. I'm with Realty One Group Freedom, and I have the pleasure of introducing today a native Greenville, Joe Hindman. And Joe is the owner of Modal. And tell us a little bit about Modal.
Okay. So Modal is a completely unique concept specifically for the upstate of South Carolina, but hostels are not necessarily unique in the sense of like global travel. So Modal is a unique hybrid of a coffee shop, beer and wine mixed with lodging.
Okay.
And so we provide private rooms as well as shared dormitory style rooms.
Yeah.
So it provides an affordable lodging option for those who want to travel to a new city, but maybe are, have some cost prohibitive reasons that they can't stay in a hotel or prefer something outside the mainstream.
Sure. So how did you get started in this, Joe?
My background is all marketing, design, creative, and I worked in corporate for 10 years doing that, and then just had an opportunity come my way and was looking to get out of corporate.
Sure.
And someone proposed the idea of purchasing some commercial real estate, and that conversation continued, and then I said, well, why don't we do something cool with it? And so the next thing I knew, I was on an adventure to start a hostel, and that was in 2015.
So are there any others like this here in the area?
No, so Modal is the only hostel in Greenville City.
Okay.
The closest hostels you're going to find are in Asheville, North Carolina. The only other one in the entire state of South Carolina is in Charleston.
Wow, I did not know that. Wow, so you went away from your corporate world and got into this profession. So, but why Modal? Why a hostel?
So I really love several things in my life, and that's travel, it's people, food, and shopping or adventures.
Yeah.
And so I really, in a pursuit of, I guess you could say, happiness or fulfillment in my own life, I wanted something to both make money and enjoy life as a career, rather than just doing something that would be impacting somebody else's bottom line or their vision.
Sure.
And so I realized that hostels are kind of that merger of all these passions that I had, and being able to create a hostel is so freeing because there's not really a template, there's not a roadmap, there's not specific requirements per se.
Sure.
And so it really let me just be creative and create a new space and a new place, and so that was what I wanted.
Nice. And so that sort of worked with your old profession,
Absolutely.
but on a different scale in your vision.
Yes, and I took the fact that, my experience as both a freelance graphic designer, as a corporate professional in the marketing field, I realized that there are a lot of my peers who travel a lot, and they need and prefer a boutique or modern space to lodge.
Right.
And that's something that's catered to actually who they are, which is artists, designers, photographers, videographers. And so we design the space with them in mind.
Nice. So what kind of customers are attracted to a hostel, or somebody who may have never been, what could they expect?
We have had anybody from traveling nurses to insurance salesmen to photographers, designers. We've had individuals who are relocating. So in the real estate market, it's a great way to meet individuals who are looking to get here in some form or fashion. So a lot of times they're coming to buy a house and they need somewhere to stay for a week or two. And just hotels are not affordable, or the Airbnb market even isn't affordable. So there's a lot of benefits from a financial reason why a broad range of people stay here. But we've had anybody from 18-year-olds all the way up to retirees.
So what are the price ranges? Do you mind sharing?
No, absolutely. Okay. So we have what are called shared rooms or dormitory style rooms, and you're renting a bed in that room, and those beds go for about $30 a night on a weeknight. And then
$30.
Yeah,
$30.
And then weekends it's a little higher, it's like $42. And then for the private rooms, we have two private rooms ranging from $75 a night up to $130 a night, depending on the night of the week. Okay,
well, that is great. So opening this brand new in the city, you guys opened last year, right?
Yes.
Obviously COVID happened.
Right.
And I'm sure that had a little bit of a challenge for you.
Absolutely.
So besides COVID, because so many people want to talk about that, what are the normal challenges that you have for opening this style business?
Well, it's interesting you say the word normal, because there's nothing normal about hostels.
Sure.
And the city made that very clear. It was just as many complications, issues, trials that you could imagine happened. We started the process in 2016.
Wow.
And by the time we settled on this actual location, it was another full 2 years of permitting and building and construction. And at least almost 12 to 18 months of that was just paperwork process and permitting and getting it figured out what we were, and from all the building code standpoint, the zoning, planning, and all of that.
Yeah, probably because with you being the only one in the area, they haven't had
Correct.
to have any kind of regulations for that. It's
Right.
a little bit more unique.
Absolutely.
So what are the things that people could find when they walk in? Just give us a little tour, and of course I'm going to show you guys that in the video as well, but tell us a little bit about what we can find here besides rooms.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you walk in, you're going to see what feels like a coffee shop.
Okay.
You're going to see a bar with coffee equipment, and you're going to be greeted by a host and or barista, and then you're going to see a lot of art. You're going to see a lot of design that's very intentional, not just to showcase something that Greenville hasn't seen aesthetically,
Right.
but to really highlight the artists that we have here in our community.
Okay.
I was very passionate about filling the space with items, both three-dimensional or two-dimensional, that are created by locals.
Okay.
And all of our artwork is on consignment, so I'm supporting the locals as well. So with that in mind, the main hallway to our guest rooms is also a gallery, so it's a multifunctional space that we open on rotation to local artists to showcase their work. So we're going to be having a show here in April to launch a new a new spring collection by a local painter, and then we also sell beer and wine, and so we have a space available for locals to come and enjoy coffee, beer, wine, and hopefully in the future some food items as well.
Nice.
So really, we built the space with the idea of bringing the locals and the travelers together.
Sure.
And so when you actually stay with us in our bedrooms, you're going to see everything from curated toiletries to memory foam mattresses, high quality linens. We really wanted to make sure that every touch point was almost luxury,
Right.
Without it coming off too high end due to price point. We wanted to make sure that it was affordable, but we didn't want it to feel like it was low end.
Right.
And so we definitely
for
correct.
sure. Yes.
So we took every step that we could to ensure that each of those touch points and those experiences were a little elevated.
Right. Sure.
And so we have 3 dormitories.
Okay.
One's 10-person dormitory,
Wow,
so
great.
we're great for large groups. We have a 3-person dormitory and a 4-person dormitory, and then we also have a single bed queen private room and a double queen private.
Wow.
But all of our rooms come with ensuite bathrooms.
Okay.
So unlike traditional hostels,
Right.
our bathrooms are not down the hall. You don't have to collect your belongings and go somewhere
Right.
else to shower or bathe. So that in and of itself is an elevated
That
experience. So I like to say this is the Americanized hostel.
Okay.
I feel like Americans just have a different level of expectation for
Yes.
lodging. We've just been accustomed to it, but I'm trying to kind of ease the American into the idea of shared lodging.
Right.
And that's,
Sure.
we did it with Uber and all these other different, gig economy shared things that I feel like America's ready, and specifically Greenville's ready.
So if someone wanted to book a room here, how can they do that?
It's super easy. All you got to do is go to our website, and that's www.staymodal, STAYMODAL.com. And you can see what our availability is. You can go ahead and book your room directly there. You're going to get the best price through our website.
Okay.
But if you do have questions, you can always call us directly at 864-884-2834.
Nice.
And that's going to go directly to me, most likely, or to one of our staff members, and they can answer and book directly over the phone as well.
All right, super. Well, thank you so much for all your time
Absolutely.
today.
Thanks
This has been very educational,
Yeah.
and I hope somebody books with you here real soon, and we
Thank
can
you.
get to see their experience.
Yeah, I would love to hear.
Okay, thanks.
Appreciate it.
All right.